All right, welcome back to the Olympic Oval in Salt Lake City, Utah. Nick Gismondi alongside Andy Gable, and there you see the results from that second quarterfinal in the men's 1,000 meter. So an unfortunate slip up right there as we get set for our third, but J.R. Selski goes down hard, and that's just a tough one, and it's just one of those things, and it's one of the elements as we take a look at our start list here for our third heat of this quarterfinal. And of course, one of the skaters to look for in this one will be the Korean Lee Ho-suk. Also in this, we'll see Harold Silvos and Apollo Anton Ono. We'll get our first look at him this season. Hungarian also in this, Victor Nyok. What can we expect from Apollo here this season?
Well, everything that he's always been doing all along to get him to be the best speed skater in the world. He's so fast, so strong, so powerful. But what he's really good at is strategy. Sometimes he gets himself in a little trouble like all the skaters do, but he's so good, he's able to get out of that. But watch his technique, watch his power, watch his strength, and his composure. He sits and relaxes as well as anybody in the ice.
We talk so much about strategy and what these athletes have to do. What kind of games do these athletes maybe start to play knowing that the Olympics are only 15 months away? They don't want to give up too much about their technique.
You don't want to give up too much, but at the same time here at the World Cup, you got to skate the best you can. So it's everybody for himself.
Apollo Ono in the deep blue, number 222. He sits in third right now to get things started and will just bide his time.
Really, this race is between Lee from Korea in second place and Ono in third place right now. Silvas from Latvia has come on very strong, but not at the level of these two skaters right now. I expect both these two by the end of this race to be well out in front. Go ahead and advance to the next round.
Silavs sitting out in front right now, but right behind him is Lee Ho-suk from Korea. Still back in third is Apollo.
And here you're seeing Apollo Ono finish first overall at the World Championships last year, move up in the inside. What a great move by Apollo Ono to get into first place. And here comes Lee Ho-suk from Korea, getting him back.
Well, Apollo Ono took the lead, and then right after him, Lee Ho-suk makes a smart move. Ono capitalized on a mistake and stayed tight to the inside. Everybody else went outside. Lee is currently out in front. Ono biding his time back in second right now. 2 laps left to go.
Lee finished second overall at the World Championships. Apollo Ono finished first. Here he moves into first place right now. He doesn't want to give Lee an inch. And these two skaters are going to probably pull away from the pack as they're going to advance on to the next round unless something crazy happens.
Smart move again by Apollo Ono, and a great move in this hometown crowd. Gives him a cheer. Ono on the inside. Lee right behind him. There's the bell lap. They will come across the line. One more push for Ono, and he will finish in first. And this very full crowd at the Utah Olympic Oval gives him his due diligence. Some great skating by Ono there. Finishing in second behind him, as Andy said, was Lee Ho-suk from Korea.
What a great move by Apollo Anton Ono here to move into first place. Here you see it coming up on the inside. Easy pass on the inside of Lee Ho-suk from Korea. And then you see how Apollo just relaxes, gets his stride going again, and looking to the outside there, you see him look back to see what's going on behind him. You got the number 1 and number 2 skaters in the world in this race, showing why they are the best.
Good strong finish for Ono as well. A couple more strides to cross the line, and Apollo Ono does not disappoint this hometown crowd. Now, of course, all these athletes train and skate here quite frequently, and there you see the results as we expected. Ono taking first. All right, and now back here to the men's 1,000 meter A final.
Well, this is going to be an interesting race, Nick. You've got Apollo Anton Ono with 3 Koreans. I can assure you the Koreans don't care who wins as long as it's not Ono.
Lee Jung-soo, and then, well, does he even need an introduction, Andy? Apollo Anton Ono. Oh yes, Ono, the fans on hand here today. There's actually a spot in this venue called the Ono Zone, and fans from all across the world have gathered here for to see Apollo skate, and it's interesting. I was talking to some of the fans before we got onto the broadcast, and they just love it. I mean, he is I would say a cult favorite amongst some of these fans, and they travel from all parts of the world to be here. I spoke to a lady from New Zealand that's here just for this event.
And
you get a look at Ono, Lee Ho-suk, the other Korean, as well as Kwok Yoon-gi.
You can expect a very tactical race here. I'll be surprised if it's incredibly fast in terms of the final time here. unless one of them wants to try to take off. But I expect Ono to try to stay towards the front of this race the best he can. The Koreans are going to want to at some point try to go 1, 2, and 3. Keep Ono in the back. Apollo Anton Ono, the best skater in the world, the most experienced skater in the world. Let's see how he handles this race. He's not going to let these guys get in front and control it. Ono is going to want to control this race, and he's doing exactly that right now.
Ono has the ability, the smarts, and the tactical perfection to do whatever he wants to do in this race.
And here you see Lee from Korea on the outside picking up the pace. As we thought, not a very fast-paced race. Ono sitting in second place. That's a great spot for him. If 183, Lee, who is stuck from Korea, gets in front of Ono. Oh, and Apollo Ono loses his balance. And down he goes. It just looked like his skate broke away, or the ice broke away from him. And down he goes. He gets up, and he's okay. Unfortunately for Apollo Anton Ono. But we still got a big race right here with Korea, obviously, 1, 2, and 3 with Lee leading this race.
Lee Jung-soo is out in front right now. Again, Apollo Ono has gone down. He is out. We will talk about it later. In second now is Lee Ho-suk. Kwok Yoon-gi in second. Almost another crash right here.
Lee slipped on the exact same spot that Apollo Ono did. My guess is there's something wrong with the ice and that curve, because you don't see these skaters slip like that often. And here comes 182. Kwok is going to win this race.
Kwok Yoon-gi will finish in first. And we will get the official result on second here in just a moment, but it will be Kwok Yoon-gi finishing 1, finishing 2. It looks like it is number 183, Ho-suk Lee.
I think there's something with the ice on that side. We saw several skaters have a little slip as they come out of that corner, and we're going to see that here right now. Apollo's sitting perfectly in second place, puts his right skate down, puts his left skate down, and there you see it slip away from him. Put his boot down, the left skate went down and hit his boot, and down he goes. You can see the frustration on Apollo Anton Ono. He had this race set up perfectly, puts his left skate down, and down he goes. But Apollo skating absolutely a perfect race up to that point, sitting in second. Unfortunately, he went down. And here you see the Koreans go 1, 2, 3, and there you see in the exact same spot, Lee slipping. Think there's something with the ice up in that corner. We're gonna have to see what's gonna happen. But a good race by Apollo, unfortunate slip. Koreans go 1, 2, 3.
Apollo, the ultimate sportsman, over congratulating the Korean skaters and a smile on his face. He was upset, obviously, but sometimes there's just nothing you can do, Andy.
You're absolutely right, and I can tell you, Apollo Ono wanted to win that race bad.
Sure.
To beat 3 Koreans in his home ice rink, you know he wanted that race.
All right, so Kwok Yoon-gi in 1, Lee Ho-suk in 2, Lee Jung-soo in 3rd, and Apollo Anton Ono with the fall will finish in 4th. When we come back, we will have more from the Olympic Oval in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm Nick Gizmani alongside Andy Gable, back right after this.